right. I like it when a plan starts to come together. Press the button and things work. It's always a plus. All right. Now let's see if this next thing will work for me. That'll be good. Let me put my name up there. All right, there we go. It is Halloween, October 31st, 2022, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from My Sports Reports, and this is a special interview segment of our show. Shortly, I will introduce our guests, but first, let me just tell you that this is brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you'd like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience for a party or an event that you are having, please consider my comedy hypnosis show, all of which you can find out about at MarshalManlove.com. And if you are in the market to buy or sell a home in Delaware, Maryland, or Pennsylvania, I can help you out there too, because I have 4 jobs. Not sure which one I like the best, but it's either this one or the hypnosis show. But yeah. I sell real estate too. That's where the money is, I guess. And that's marshallmanlove.boxroach.com. Now I am going to introduce our guests, and hopefully when I press this button, my guests will appear. Oh, look at that. I am on a roll. I am on a serious roll here today. They probably think I'm crazy. They have no idea what happens behind the scenes here. I'm going to introduce to you now my guests from Idaho, Joal Herrera there on the left of the screen, and Abbigail Roubidoux from Fruitland High School, the soccer program out there. And hello. Say hello to my growing audience here, everybody. Just make sure the audio is working there, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Joel, you're the coach of the Fruitland High School Grizzlies. I see by your shirt there, the Grizzlies. And how long have you been the coach of this team? We'll start with you first.
The varsity team, I think this was my 5th year.
Okay. And how's the team doing so far this year? Or is the season over there? I think I might have found that the season's over.
Yeah. No, honestly, the team did really well. I thought we had a really good season coming back from last year to this year, and the amount of players that we lost because they graduated. I think a lot of girls stepped up and fought for where they ended up.
So, Abby, I caught a story about you a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago or something like that, because you are a prolific scorer for your soccer team. And at the time, we do a segment called Milestones here, and I saw that you had reached a certain milestone for your career, over 100 goals. So we included you on that, and then I sent a message out to your coach there. Since that time, you've reached another milestone, and it's over 200 goals for your career. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. What grade are you in, Abby?
This is my senior year.
All right. And have you played varsity all 4 years there at Fruitland?
Yeah, I have.
All right. And I also found out that you have scored 100 goals this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And you played, I think it's 19 games, or is that something like that, Coach?
Yeah, she played 19 games this year.
So you're averaging over 5 goals a game. That's just incredible. In a game where it can be exciting if it's like a 1-0 game, you provide a whole lot of offense for the Grizzlies there. But why are you wearing a basketball shirt? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Had tryout today for basketball.
All right. Well, did your coach have anything to say about that? You wore your basketball shirt?
I honestly didn't notice it until you brought it up right now.
You have to, man. You have to. Well, it is basketball season coming up. So I also saw that you had a game where you scored 10 goals in a game this year. 2. Is that the most you've ever scored in a game?
Yeah, it was.
Do you happen to know what the National Federation of High School record is for goals in a game? I happen to know. I wonder if you know.
I have no idea.
It happens to be 18. Can you imagine that? 18.
That is a lot.
That's like sick, right? It's sick to score 10,
Yeah.
but like 18, it's just incredible. You know, I mean, that's like a career for some people. Even 10 is like a career. So, what caught me, what the story that caught me though, is that at the time that this article was written, you had not received any offers to play collegiately. Now, has that changed since that article came out?
Yes. I recently committed to C of I.
So where is that?
College of Idaho.
Okay. All right. Good. It's about time. After all that.
Yeah.
After all that. So tell me about Fruitland High School, the town that you're from. What makes it special? What do you like it? What do you like about Idaho? I've been out there. I love Idaho myself. And let's start. Well, I'll start with that question first.
I just feel like Fruitland's kind of like a little quieter place. It's not as busy. I mean, there's a lot of people, but in like the community, you know, everybody's involved with everything. It's just nice to have like people around you.
Mm-hmm. And so you've been playing soccer obviously before high school as well. And do you play on a club team?
Yeah, I played for the ECNL Boise Thorns team.
Okay. And what kind of, let me see, I found something here about that. Tell me about that team and how you do there and where you go to play and how the team is done.
We actually did really well this year. We went to the Nationals in Seattle, and we won like our group for that. So it was pretty successful last year. We travel to Seattle and Portland quite a bit for just like league games because that's where our league's at. But I feel like the team's like really competitive. I play forward and midfield for that team too.
As you do for Fruitland, right? Now,
Yeah.
Coach, why do you think it took this amount of time for her to get an offer? Even though she's playing on club where a lot of coaches go to see, and she's obviously having this success. But do you think it's because you're from a small program, or what was the delay there, you think?
Yeah, no, I guess honestly, it's kind of like how you said. I think if you really didn't get any offers till now, it's probably just because we come from a smaller, like you said, town area, it's a smaller program. But what surprised me more is like she's not just like in our program, you know, as she mentioned, she does clubs, she goes out, she's playing competitively at all these places. So I figured like her name would just grow and she would get like way more offers. But for whatever reason, like I was really shocked to find out that she hadn't received really much of any offers until this year.
Well, it's important to finally at least get one that you're happy with, and you can go to college and hopefully get some education paid for, and you can play, right? That's what really matters. So where do you see yourself like 5 years ago from now? You're done with college. What are you planning to study? What do you want to do with yourself, Abby?
I'm planning to go be like a NICU nurse, so I'll be studying that. I don't know. I feel like I'll just be kind of like starting my life, I guess, and being out on my own.
Now, where is the College of Idaho compared to where you live right now? How far away?
It's like 30 minutes away.
All right. So are you going to commute? Or are you going to live on
What?
campus? Are you going to commute, or are you going to live on campus?
I'm going to live on campus.
Yeah, you have to though, right? Because you're on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to keep an eye on you, right? So
Oh
tell me
yeah,
about
definitely.
the team that you're going to join there in college. Are they good or mediocre? How are
Yeah,
you going to see yourself fitting in there right away?
they're like top in their program. Um, they recently just lost their first game. I think they were like, I think now they're 12-1-2.
Okay.
So they're pretty at like a high level team, I would say. All the girls are really sweet there, and I've known the coach for some time. He's now my new club coach. So
So do you think you'll crack the starting lineup first year, second year? How do you think you're going to
um,
fit in there?
the coach feels pretty confident in me starting. So I guess it's just kind of how I guess compared to the other girls during the training, like preseason, seeing how I fit in and where.
So, Coach, tell me about Abby. What you like about her, what she brings to the team, and yeah, just start with that.
Um, Honestly, she brings a lot more than just like the soccer qualities that you've stumbled upon. Kind of like for where she's at and what she's done. I expect her to maybe like build a little more of an ego for herself. That isn't the case. She's like exactly what you'd want in a teammate. From what I've seen, she's actually like has a lot of leadership qualities, like uplifting everybody and like getting everyone on the same page. More than like what she brings, like that, like her numbers and stuff like that. I feel she's like an important part, like a glue on the team because everyone's like she's like really approachable. All the girls like can reach out and look up to her, and I think that's just like almost more important than having like a really good player that can't like mesh in with the rest. So I just like that she's like stayed grounded despite her like amazing like goals career, her career that she's had. That's kind of what I think is the best way to describe her. She's kind of funny too sometimes, so that works.
Hey, that helps, man, because it can get pretty serious out there. You have to have a sense of humor too, right? Uh,
Yeah.
so, Abby, talk about your coach there. He's been your coach at high school for 4 years. How has he helped the program, helped you in general?
He's definitely helped the program stay in like a positive way because I mean a lot of people really doubted us for a while and like what we could do, and Joel was already there to tell us that we can do it. He's always there to help us, even if it's not just soccer. Like we have other problems outside of soccer, he's there and someone we can go and talk to.
Mm-hmm. And if well, the season's over, but let's say, all right. So let's say somebody wanted to go. Sorry, I know. I mean, I saw the score, so I knew the season's over. Let's say somebody wants to go see you play in college next year. Talk about the town. So let's say I go to visit there and want to go see you play. Where should I go to eat?
I would go to I don't even know what it's called. They do have really good Mexican food in like downtown Caldwell.
Okay.
Can't think of the name. I just know it's by a Subway. It's a really nice restaurant.
So, successful athletes I have found over the course of my few decades doing this have habits, maybe rituals, superstitions that are unique to them. Do you have anything like that you would care to share?
I always have to put my right shin guard on, then my left, and then do the right shoe, then the left shoe.
Okay. All right. Any good luck charms or anything like that?
No, not really.
Okay. So there's 10 other people that play on the field with you. You're not just running around there scoring goals all by yourself against 11 people. Talk about some of the other players who have helped this team succeed and pass you the ball so you can score every now and then.
I felt like everybody helped quite a bit. You'll get balls from like the defense or the wingers. Like I feel like everyone did their part. And I mean, if we build from the back and they see a ball, the defender sends it. Everyone kind of knows where to play the ball because of like how close we are together. We know how each other play. So I feel like everybody helped quite a bit in that sense.
So give us some names. Talk about your friends so they know that you appreciate them specifically.
Riley George, she's one of our defenders. She played me quite a bit of balls. And then there's Sophia Gibbs, Bailey Rawlinson, and Peyton Fritz, and they're all in the middle. So they distributed the ball pretty well. And then we just have like our wingers, Ashlyn and Emmy, that were always there too.
Okay. Joel, you want to add any names to that list there?
Obviously, all the girls that are playing at a time and go in there, like finish that lineup. But like he said, I think we're really solid. Like from our keeper, Maddie Hardy, like we have really I would go in aggressive defenders with Brooke and Riley, as she mentioned, and like our outside backs just never stop hustling with Ambry and McKenna. Like overall, like to anybody on the field at a time, like I just put my trust in them, and I just see that they go in there, they do their role, they do their part, and there.
All right. So the basketball shirt there. Let's go back to that. So you're gonna. Some of the audio might have broke up on me a little bit there at the beginning. Do you play basketball also?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And when do you start practice for basketball season?
My team starts today, but I'm currently out right now. So.
Are you injured?
Yeah, in the semifinals game during state, I might have torn my meniscus.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Ow, that hurt. That sounded like that might hurt. And
Yeah,
do you play any other sports besides soccer and basketball? Do you do anything in the spring?
I do track.
Yeah, okay. Are you a sprinter?
No, not really. I like doing jumps and then I run the 400.
Okay. And what kind of success have you had on the basketball court and on the track? Are you earning some honors in either of those sports or both?
I make first team for basketball, so I put up pretty good stats for that. Track, I missed state by one person for my 400, and then for the jumping, it's just something fun that I do. But I did track my sophomore year and then had to stop for junior because of club soccer because it just gets so busy.
All right, so you said you were first team. Is that all state or like all conference in basketball?
All state.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, both.
And then what kind of honors have you won in your soccer career there in Idaho?
I was 3A Player of the Year last year.
Which Player of the Year?
3A Player of the Year.
Okay, 3A Player of the Year. Okay, fantastic. Right. So probably a good shot of that happening again, I would imagine. You don't have to say anything to that. I'll just say it for you. Have they chosen that yet?
No, they haven't.
Okay. You might be in the running for Gatorade Player of the Year too, I would imagine. That would be cool, huh?
Yeah, it would be really cool.
Yeah. So what else should I know about you, Abby? Fill in the blanks for me there. What do you like? These interviews I like to do is more than just about, like the box scores and all that. I like to kind of establish relationships, get people to know a little bit more about the athletes personally, and also, I don't know, what kind of hobbies do you have besides sports?
Well, I live in the country, so I have a whole bunch of animals. We have cows, chickens, horses, goats, ducks. I do like hunting. I do have my license for that.
Mm-hmm.
I spend a lot of my time just hanging out with my friends and driving around because you can't really do much in Fruitland, so you just drive around and listen to music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all I really do.
Yeah, typical teenage stuff, except for maybe the hunting. I don't like around here. There's not a whole lot of hunting. You know, not a lot of teenage girls hunt around here in my state here in Delaware. So, but they hang out with their friends. They hang out with their friends, so that's kind of standard. How about you, Coach? Where do you see yourself in a few years? You going to hang out there at Fruitland for a while, or are you gonna skip town now that Abby's gone and the 290 goals that she scored is going to be off the list there?
No, I don't know. Honestly, I do like break things up at a time. Right now, I'm just kind of still trying to close out this season with like our awards banquet and everything like that. And you said where I saw myself in 5 years. I'm just trying to see where I'm at next year at this point. I don't know. I'm pretty vague right now. It's early on to tell on my end. Just kind of like just trying to stay busy and see what happens.
Did you play as a younger person? You look young too. It looked like you could be on the boys' team, quite frankly. I'm like, who's this dude? I was expecting like somebody that looked a little older. No offense, it's all positive, but
no, you're good. You're good. I hear that a lot. I'm honestly actively still playing as well, competitively and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like UPSL and other stuff, but another story.
Oh no, you can tell me the story. You're here. You're my guest. So.
Well, basically, it's just I don't even know how to describe it, but I do love soccer. I watch it. I play it. I coach it. Last year, I joined a startup like UPSL team, kind of like more locally here, and we ended up winning our Mountain West Conference. And so we got like promoted into like the higher division, the Premier Division they call it for UPSL.
Cool. And
UPSL is just like this broad term of the competitive league in the U.S. that's like actively growing, and I don't know, it's cool. Basically, a lot of members on there are a bunch of like current college players or like ex-college players, all in that range, and that's kind of like where the rest of the time when I'm not coaching, I'm just training for myself or with my team.
So let's see how dedicated you really are to soccer. Do you have a video game at home that has soccer that you play when you are at home?
I'm not gonna lie, FIFA 23 at the moment is pretty popular with me. So.
All right. So yeah, you are a true soccer man. That's for sure. How about you, Abby? Any video games like that you play too?
Nope.
You just chase the cows and chickens around and after hanging out with your friends?
I mean, I play the Wii sometimes. Play Mario Kart.
Okay.
Like a bunch of TikToks too.
Yeah, I make TikToks.
All right. So fill in any blanks. If I'm missing anything, let me know. Now's your chance. You can talk about each other. That's usually the best way to do it. Some people don't like talking about themselves.
I don't know. I guess a couple things I've noticed from Abby. Right now she's really like quiet. I think it's the interview, the camera setting. But I don't know. From bus rides, from practices, she's definitely super vocal. She's like singing often. She's always has sweets on her, like candies. Like I'm really surprised. And she has like I don't know if you're Dutch Bros. Definitely this. I don't know if you have that over there or not, but she's addicted to their energy drinks. So there's that about her too.
All right, Abby, anything you want to add?
Yeah.
Joel's also the same way. He'll be singing. He's always high. He pumps us all up.
Anything you sing together?
We have.
Anything you want to?
The whole team.
You want to bust out a couple bars from a song?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm trying to stick to something when I get drafted onto another career.
All right. Well, I want to thank the both of you for taking time out of your day to come visit me and talk with me and let me get a chance to know you a little bit. And then I appreciate that. And what I am going to do is turn off your camera here in a second, but hang out there because I'm going to close the show and come back to you. Wave goodbye to the growing audience here at My Sports Reports. And this is Joal Herrera and Abby Roubidoux from Fruitland High School in Idaho. Is it Income? Is that the town?
That's where Income is where I grew up. We're in Fruitland.
Okay, so Fruitland's the town. Okay. All right, fantastic. Wave goodbye to the growing audience here at My Sports Reports, and then hang on. I will be back to you shortly. Your mic's going to be live, so just be careful there. Or sing. You can feel free to sing.
I think we're good.
And I'll be right back to you. All right.
Well, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so that's Joal Herrera, Abby Roubidoux from Fruitland High School in Idaho, kind enough to join me here on My Sports Reports. If you would like to recommend somebody to come hang out with me for about a half hour or so, just write to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Have any items of interest, a personal milestone of some sort that an athlete has reached, just reach out to me, mysportsreports@gmail.com. We did one for Abby when we knew she was over 100 goals. We're going to do it again because she's now over 200 and scored 100 just this year. So we're going to add her again. It was nice to meet her and find out a little bit about the personality behind the scores in the box score. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now 3:30 Eastern Time. That means that from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, it is time for snack. Yeah. Mid-afternoon snack time here in the home studio in Middletown, Delaware.